Hello, how are you guys? Okay, grab something to drink, grab a notepad, because I'm joining a challenge and I want to share it with you guys, and I want to give you some ideas on how you can join in. And excuse me, this is my story, okay? So don't judge yourself based on my story. But if my story can help you and you can relate to it in any way, I would really, really like you to join me in this challenge. So, excuse me, it's dry. I need something to drink. I'm going to make a video on how to make this. I posted it on my Instagram account. So good. Okay, so the challenge is, I think it's called the 100-Day Christmas Declutter Challenge. And I'll post a picture of it so you can join us on Instagram if you want to join us. And you know what? If you don't see this video until after Christmas or halfway through it or whatever, go ahead and tag me in it. Just, hashtag Callie Gal in Oklahoma. So, my journey to decluttering, some people call it minimalism, Swedish death cleaning, whatever you want to call it. But here's my story on how I got started. I had a series of events that happened in my life that I'm not going to go into detail about, but they happened pretty quickly. It was boom, 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 boom. And it just spun me into a very deep depression. And then my mom came down for one of my daughter's weddings, and she walked into my house and she was like, what the hell is going on? You could just feel the stress, the strain, the negative energy. And she was looking around and she's like, okay, I'm taking control. You get the hell out of this house. You go find something else to do. And she just walked into my house and she took control. And she said to me, I don't know what's going on, but you need to start taking control of something, because I can feel that your life is spinning out of control right now. And I said, yeah, she kind of knew what had happened. And I said, it's just spun me into a deep depression, Mom. And she said, well, get yourself together. Get yourself together. And you need to take control of the situation, because you can control it. You just need to. And on that day, my mom gave me my grandmother's engagement ring. And it's so beautiful. And I just stood there looking at it and I was crying, because I remember my grandmother always wore it. And she said, I know you've always wanted this, so I wanted to give it to you. I don't think it's real. And I said, Mom, I don't care if it's a real diamond or not. All I care about is that it has sentimental value, and it belonged to my grandmother, and I always remember her wearing it. And I have been asking my mom for probably 20 years if I could have this ring. And she's like, no. And one day she gave it to me. And she said, here, enjoy this. So we get through my daughter's wedding, and I was sitting around one day and I'm looking at the ring my mother gave me, and I'm thinking of my grandmother, and I'm thinking about what my mom said. And she said, get your life together. You can change this. And I really didn't think I could. I really didn't think I had control over anything. But the truth was, I did. And I started looking around my house. And just a couple years before this, we had bought basically what was my dream home. I've got a huge 3-story house. I have 2 kitchens, 4 bathrooms. I have this big, beautiful house, which I've been manifesting since I was a child. I had it. So why was I not happy? And as I'm looking around this house, I realize this house is filled with crap. It is filled with crap that I don't even like. And I don't want to clean it. I don't want to clean this crap. I don't even like this crap. And I just started decluttering. I was just like, you know what? whatever it was. I don't even like this. This doesn't even hold a good memory for me. Out it went. And it just kind of snowballed from there. And somebody on Instagram said, are you becoming a minimalist? And I didn't know what a minimalist was. So I had to Google it. And then I found, you know, hundreds of YouTube videos on it. I've seen, you know, you can hashtag on Instagram minimalist or minimalism, and you're going to get a million different things pop up. And those people do go to extremes, and they have like a set number. If you go over this number, you're not a minimalist. But a lot of it made sense to me because minimalists have what they need and they have what they want, but they don't have, you know, everything else is just clutter. And that's all it is. And clutter is nothing more than unmade decisions. And so I'm like, no, I'm not really a minimalist because, you know, I do have more than the set number of items. But I started. And I was like, you know, I'm going to keep going. I'm not a minimalist. You know, that's not my goal. And I just went, you know, when I started, I just went room to room. But I didn't even do room to room. Sometimes it was just one drawer at a time. One drawer. And now I can fit my whole summer wardrobe in one drawer of a dresser. Because it's all clothing I love and I want to wear. Why was I holding on to the stained up t-shirt? Why was I holding on to the t-shirt that someone gave me that I didn't even like? You know, and it kind of just snowballed for me. But it was really liberating for me. And it really did help get me out of my depression. Because then when I was looking around my home, I noticed it's filled with the things I actually love and that I actually want. And I don't mind cleaning. I have this black cat collection. In case you can't, let me see, can you see that my shirt? I love black cats. They're my thing. And I've had 3 black cats. So, you know, I love dusting my black cat collection. It's so much fun. I love them. But you know what? I just started getting rid of all the clutter. And, you know, it was so freeing. Because I got the negative stuff, the negative energy out. I'm not wasting a ton of time cleaning stuff that I don't like. I had basically turned this big, beautiful dream home into my storage unit and into everybody else's storage unit. And I was like, no. You're not paying me rent. Your stuff's not staying here. Because all it is clutter and it's taking up space in my big, beautiful home. And yes, my daughter that had got married, she left stuff here. And I was like, no. So when I started this, it was coming on, it was November when I started it. And in the spring, I went up to the attic wall where all her stuff was. And I took pictures of it. And I texted it to her. I texted it to her husband. And I texted it to my husband. And I said, you have 1 week to get all this shit out of my attic. She never came and got it. Never once did she come and get it. You know what I did? I put an ad up on Facebook. Free. It was gone in no time. To this day, she hasn't even asked me about it. She hasn't asked what I've done with it. Why was I holding on to her stuff? My home is not her storage unit. And then, before that, because what I got rid of that day was big stuff. It was a bed and a bed frame and, you know, all this stuff. But all the little stuff, I was loading it into the back of the truck. And once a week, I was taking it down to her house. She was not happy that I'm showing up at her house with truckloads of her stuff. And she's like, well, I don't want to go through this, and I don't want to sort this, and I have no place to put it. Welcome to my world. So, got that all cleaned out. It felt really good. Because it went to somebody that needed it. So I was like, yeah, you can have the bed. I don't care. Come get it. Come get it. But now I was able to convert that attic into a toy room. So when my granddaughters come over, all their toys are up there. It was so nice. It's so nice. And so the 100-day decluttering challenge is coming up, and I've been decluttering a lot. I went through and I did a major purge. Like I said, I just got rid of everything. But you know what? I'm going to do the 100-day declutter challenge. And I'm sure there's more stuff in here because I know there's stuff that I haven't used, that I haven't seen. And with it coming up on Christmas, it's going to be a good time to go through all my Christmas stuff and see what I don't want, and see what, what needs to go to my adult children that have families of their own. And I did start doing that a couple years ago. I was pulling out like all their Christmas ornaments and I was giving them to them because they have a family of their own and it's time for them to take care of their stuff. And then someone mentioned the book Swedish Death Cleaning. And you know what? It made so much sense to me. I'm like, duh. If I want them to have it, I should give it to them now. And so one of my daughters is getting ready to receive one of my tablecloths that is from Damascus, and it's gorgeous, and she's always loved them. You know what? I'm going to give her one. I can't use them all at the same time. So I'm slowly looking at my sentimental items and seeing what I can pass on. So I think what I'm going to do for the 100-day declutter challenge is I'm going to jump on here. We're going to talk about decluttering and see how it's going. And I'm going to give you guys some ideas on where to start, what rooms to start in, what you can do with the stuff once you have decluttered it, and different places you can donate it to. So if you've got any questions, feel free. You can find me on Instagram. You can leave me a message here. And just let me know, because I would be happy to give you guys suggestions, and I'll post pictures on Instagram of my decluttering, and I'll probably save a few to post on here as well. So let's do this. Let's get our houses under control. Let's take them back. Let's only have the stuff that we want to clean, not the stuff that we have to clean because someone gave it to us and we don't even like it. Let's do it. Let's just do it. Let's take control back. You guys, hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, because we are going to have a good time decluttering. So let's do this. Thank you guys. Bye.